The 6th of July, it's a Thursday. Yesterday was kind of a rough one. It just felt a little harder than usual. I had more hunger pains. And what really helps me is I think, oh, tomorrow I get to eat. And I'll eat whatever the hell I want, right? And that gets me through that day. Just get to tomorrow. Just get to tomorrow and you can do whatever. And then I get to tomorrow, which is today. And I get to today. I'm not all that hungry. And it's a food day. I can do whatever I want. I have a list of all you can eat places in town that I want to try. And over the past 2 weeks that I've been doing this, on eating days, I go visit one of them, kind of like the treat for the next day. And I know that there's all kinds of things probably wrong with that, but I don't care. Because the first goal is to get the habit. And I want to go 3 weeks of sticking to the habit. I rolled up on the 4th of July. 4th of July turned out to be an eating day, so great for me. But then I thought, what if 4th of July wasn't an eating day?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
What do I want to do with holidays, like my birthday or any other holidays? And I laugh at holidays because I was thinking, some people are going to be like, well, it's Dog's Day, and it's Cat Day, and it's Parrot Day, and it's Take Your Baboon to Work Day. There's holidays for all kinds of stuff. I'm not looking for ways to cheat. I'm looking for ways to have a sustainability going really literally for the rest of my life. I could pick either day on the side of the holiday to also be an eating day. People that aren't out to lose weight, I recommend you give this diet a try. If you love food, that next day when you get to eat, it brings a joy to eating that is actually quite lovely. Almost like if you really liked food, you do a diet like this anyway because it makes your food more of a treasure and more enjoyable. And it's not automatic. It's a conscious decision that you're taking part in. And you love it. And it loves you. And what a relationship. Oh, everybody's got a relationship with food. If you don't, you're dead. So, yeah, not a weird thing to say you have a relationship with food. In the past, yeah, my relationship with food, a little bit broken. Because with advertising and DNA and all these signals telling us to eat, it's like this is harder to do than like quitting tobacco or some other kind of drugs. Because once you quit those things, you don't got to go back to them. You got to go back to food. You got to keep eating. And so this is a relationship you don't get to quit. When I was addicted to nicotine, I had relationships with tobacco and cigarettes and vapor, inhaler, whatever. I had those relationships, but I got to cut those off and be like, I don't want those relationships anymore, so I don't. No relationships with that crap. But you don't get to do that with food. You don't get to be like, I'm done with you. You're not done. Your DNA wants it. Your DNA wants these things. Your DNA, your genes beg for it. And the advertisers know it, and they gear toward it. And it's one of the reasons why my attitude when I was younger towards overweight people wasn't the same attitude I have today, that's for sure. Because one, I'm one of the overweight people, but that's not it. It's I understand more that genetically speaking, we are given the biological drive to eat and to seek out sources of rich, dense calorie things because that keeps your ass alive. We've been doing that for millions of years. Creatures been doing that for millions of years. It's only recently that we've had an abundance, and so our genes are not developed for this. But when the advertisers show us all the love, our willpower to resist that, our desire to resist that breaks down. And it's going to be different for different people, just like sex drives are different for different people. And other biological drives can be different for different people. Some of us love food a lot, and it can get us into trouble. We seek it out when we're maybe feeling emotionally a certain way, when we want to celebrate. So when we're feeling bad, when we're feeling good, our genes are helping us say, oh, that's a wise choice. It's going to make you feel good. Then the chemicals in the brain, they reinforce that it feels good. When you look at large people, they aren't a victim of their own selfish, uncontrollable desires. They are following biological drives that are millions of years old. They deserve freaking compassion because their brains, their bodies, their biology is telling them to feast, and it can be hard to withstand that. Because for 3 weeks, I'm going to build the habit of one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off. Just building that habit. And what I'm starting to notice already is that the need to treat myself the next day is decreasing. And so as this becomes more habitual, healthier choices on my eating days are going to start creeping back in. And so this whole thing is a wonderful, beautiful process. And I'm loving it. It's working for me. And it isn't very hard. Every other diet that I've ever been on, I never lasted 2 weeks. Take that however you will, my weakness, whatever you want to say. I don't mind. But they just didn't work for me. This is working for me. It's actually comparatively easy. No thought, just don't eat that day. How simple. There's some minor complexity behind it, but big picture, simple. All right. Have a great day. I bid you adieu. Bid you well. Travel on, beautiful people. Zim zam zimizzy zoosh. Zim zam zoom. Zim zam zoom. Zim zam zoom.